Hey Marvel, listen to your boy right quick. I'm about to tell y'all how to fix She-Hulk in the MCU. But to do that, we gotta understand where She-Hulk went wrong. And well, the two most obvious things that stand out the most, you had a Hulk show that had no smashing, and you had a She-Hulk who betrayed her core character. Now, when it comes to the whole Hulk not smashing thing, we get it. Y'all wanted to go with this attorney at law thing, and that could have been done with more smashing. It is a Hulk show. We expect a certain level of smashing, and y'all basically had her doing nothing. And then the fights that we did get were kind of lackluster, to say the least. But the thing that really could have fixed this show for a lot of people was a She-Hulk that did not portray her core character. Because when we were first introduced to She-Hulk in the 1990 Hulk show, which for those of you guys who do not know, that was the first time She-Hulk had ever shown, was in the 1998 Hulk cartoon, became so popular that they actually put her in the comics. This was the very first thing she said after she became a Hulk. After Banner was sitting there talking about how he turned his cousin into a mutant freak.
Where's my violin? Poor, pitiful us. 6 years I dragged myself kicking and screaming into health clubs, and zilch! Now, one little green-blooded transfusion from you and bam, boom! Oh yeah, not even Jane Fonda can crack concrete like this girl.
That was the She-Hulk that we all wanted in the show. But the She-Hulk you guys gave us
will do the same for you.
No, I don't want to be a Hulk. Just start my own outfit.
you gave us somebody who spent more time worrying about their office business cards and career than somebody who just enjoyed her newfound power. And I mean, sure, we get it. Y'all were trying to have her go on this whole thing, but it was terrible. Well, Marvel, how do we fix this? Well, you can fix this by adding one character, that character being Betty Ross, aka Red She-Hulk. And y'all can do for Red She-Hulk the same thing y'all did for her in the comics and what you should have done for Jennifer Walters. Because when this woman became a She-Hulk, oh, she had all the confidence in the world. And why would she not? If we look at Betty Ross's character in the comic, she has always been a woman who was at the mercy of everything around her. Be it her overbearing father in the military, be it her life when dealing with the Hulk and the damage that he caused, or even just dealing with Bruce Banner always wanting to control her and tell her what's best for her, or just not being there at all. So when she became a Hulk, oh, she embraced it 100%. And she did whatever the hell she wanted to do, including, but not limited to, beating up on Bruce Banner himself. Betty Ross absolutely loved being She-Hulk because this means that she could make her own choices and decide things for herself, you know, after that whole intelligentsia thing. I mean, there were even a couple of times where she let the Hulk himself know how she felt, with her fists. Well, all you have to do is introduce this character and have her do whatever she wants to do. Because just like in the comics, a lot of the things she chose to do would put not only herself, but people around her in danger. And then engineer certain circumstances where She-Hulk is the only one who can stop her. Or at the very least, the only one around who can stop her. And then it's as simple as having a conversation between the two in their first fight, where Red She-Hulk says something to the effect of Jen has all this power and she's still not comfortable in herself. She still don't know where she belongs, who she really want to be. But Betty ain't got no problem with that. She accepts who she is, where she's at, what power she has, and she gonna make the most of her life regardless as to how anybody feels about it. Because unlike Jen, she didn't have any coaching on how best to control her power, her anger, how to wield that power responsibly. And even though Jen knows that, I mean, there needs to be some kind of responsibility when it comes to this kind of power since she's been She-Hulk for a little while now, she envies that about Red. She envies this woman, this strong woman who just accepts who she is and her lot in life. And this could be something that Jen is starting to notice, not only in her first conversation with her, but seeing Red She-Hulk do things throughout the show. To the point where at the end of the season, It'd be to the point where Jen just kind of realizes stuff happens and it might not have been the way she wanted to happen. Life might not have gone the way she had planned and dreamed of it going. But yes, she does have a gift. Yes, she does have something that makes her more special than she already was. And she really just comes to accept who she is, love who she is, and have an extreme level of confidence in who she is. While at the same time teaching Red She-Hulk that sure, you can have all the power in the world, but you got to be able to wield it wisely. You can't just do any and everything you want to do, which would in turn set Red She-Hulk on the path to becoming a heroine. It would literally be two powerful women who are sitting on opposite sides of the table, recognizing things about the other person that they might not have originally liked or respected, but after enough time in dealing with each other, they can really start to respect those other qualities about the other that they don't necessarily see within themselves. And then try to incorporate those specific things into their character. Red She-Hulk learning about responsibility and stuff like that, wielding her power with purpose. And Jen leaning more into her She-Hulk self and realizing that this ain't just a mutation or something that happened, but this is part of who she is now, and that's okay. And that in and of itself will fix what most people's problem was with She-Hulk in the MCU. And the other way that adding Red She-Hulk in the MCU could fix She-Hulk's perception in the MCU, we would actually get some really awesome fights, because these two, whew, they threw them things in the comics. The first time these fools fought, I mean, shoot, Jen came in with that razzle-dazzle, started piecing Shorty up. But, Red won't for that business. Slammed Shorty into a wall, started pounding her face in, grabbed some wires out of the wall, wrapped them around her neck, and did her dirty. And there's plenty of other amazing fights that these two have had with each other. And I mean, they're both Hulks, so if you do it right, it's not like the fights would be underwhelming. And again, that would fix the second issue that everybody had with the She-Hulk Attorney at Law show. There was no fights, there was no smashing. And like I said at the beginning, we get that y'all was trying to do the whole attorney thing, but nobody wants to watch a show with Hulks when Hulks ain't doing what Hulks do, which is smash stuff. It's literally part of the brand, and there is a way to fit that in there while still telling a compelling story. I mean, heck, if you really wanted to get cheeky about it, you guys have already introduced the Hulk's son, Scar. And well, considering y'all got all this multiversal hoo-ha going on, I don't see any reason why you couldn't introduce the Hulk's daughter, Lyra, who happens to be from another universe, who came to Earth looking for the Hulk. And just have the first person she run into being Jen. And then Jen is basically trying to teach old girl how to really navigate in the new world. Because the world that this Hulk comes from is very different than our own. And you could do just like what was done in the comics when she does come to Earth. And she just kind of gets into a whole lot of stuff because she doesn't really understand how things work. And in Jen trying to show her what's going on, you got Red just out here doing whatever she wants. And Lyra's picking up on it and kind of being like, well, I mean, Shorty's doing whatever she wants and she's getting the results she's looking for. Why should I listen to you? I might as well follow this chick because she getting it done. And a storyline like that could have Jen taking place of Bruce Banner when he was trying to teach her how to control her powers, as well as giving Red She-Hulk a lesson when it comes to the type of image that she puts out there. But I'm just saying, even if you don't want to go with Lyra, because I understand that'd be a little convoluted, this woman is absolutely the best way to fix She-Hulk in the MCU. I mean, you guys are already bringing in Red Hulk. I don't see any reason as to why y'all can't bring in Red She-Hulk. Because I'm going to be honest, this would be y'all's 100% best bet to getting people to actually care about the character and redeeming that travesty of a first season that y'all put out. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. I'm Amash T, and I'll catch y'all later.